What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel where you subscribe for daily updates on Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at the charts. Are we going to have one more leg up before crashing down, or are we going to just continue down from here? We're going to take a look at that. Definitely stick around for the whole video. I'll give you my point of view. And don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and your own research before investing or trading in any markets. I want to remind you, we're doing a Ledger Nano S giveaway. We're doing that on Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that thumbs up button and leave your comments down below, as I'll pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week on Sunday to pick the winner. You'll be able to choose from the Ledger Nano S or $50 in Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We dropped 3 points from yesterday, still in the greed zone. And we've been talking about the Dow Jones. As you guys know, I do believe another black swan event is coming. I've been calling this for quite some time, and it does look like it is starting to pan out. It looks like we're most likely going to be on lockdown again, or there's going to be major civil unrest after the elections. Something is going to happen, guys. And if you guys have been paying attention in 2020, crazy crap happens, and we are about to see some more crazy crap, in my opinion. All right, let's if you look at where we dropped over here and look at it here and here, it does seem to be mocking. Let's get rid of the RSI and kind of zoom in here. As you can see, last time when we dropped below the 200 EMA here, we came back up to test it again, wicked just above it before continuing down. And if you look at where we were in the RSI right here, that's where the RSI bottomed over here. I do believe we're going to be heading to that area in the next day or so, possibly the beginning of next week. We will get a bounce up. That's just to reset the RSI if this plays out, and then obviously way more continuation to the downside. People are going to think we're oversold, just like we were here, and then you can see what happened. So just be aware of that. But it does look like, you know, and it doesn't have to play out exactly, but I'm just pointing out that last time we did get a run back up into this area before continuing down. Now, as you can see, we have dropped past our 200 EMA. Will we come back up and test it? Possibly. And if it does, that could possibly be Bitcoin's run up to 14,200 to maybe 14,300, depending on how long it would take to get there. That's where I'm looking for it to top out and short, if we haven't topped out already. But as you can see, like I said, the RSI could get into the oversold zone down here, you know, another drop, and then get a pop up to reset the RSI to really come on down. And I do have a measured move for the Dow, and I'll show you that. It's actually not a measured move. It is looking at this as an ABC correction. And if we take our Fibonacci fib extension and we go from the swing high, which is right here, down to the swing low, which is right here, and back up to this swing high here, that would be our Fibonacci extension. And if that is an ABC correction, this would be A, this would be B, and this would be C. That is probably the best case scenario, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. Make sure you subscribe. I will keep you updated. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, I've had the same thing, an ABC correction here. I've had this back here since August, and our target there is about 18,000. We do have the 200 EMA running around the 1790 zone, somewhere in that area. But as you can see, we do seem to be falling down to that area. My next target for gold is this 1847 to 1850 area, which is the measured move of where we fell out of this rising channel. But after that, like I said, ABC, and that's the same thing. If I pull up the Fibonacci extension and put it from the swing high to the swing low, back up to this swing high, looking as ABC, and you can see that's how I get that. It's actually right about 1800. But you can see that's how I've been looking at that. Also, if you guys are interested in trading where you can trade the market, whether it goes up or down and still make money, I suggest Prime XBT. I'll leave a tutorial up top. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. You can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all on one platform. And you can have, you know, say you're in a long trade for the macro, but you want to put some shorts in for the micro. You can do that without having to start new accounts. You can put as many trades, as many directions as you want. And if you use my promo code SAVY50, that'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit, up to 1 Bitcoin as a bonus. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Let's look at the dollar index. We talked about this yesterday, this falling wedge, which we had broken out of. And if we zoom in, you can see we did come back down and test it for support and got supported. We finally broke through the 55 EMA on the daily. The next stop's going to be up in this range. And it doesn't mean it happens in a day, guys. This could take weeks. But around 95.59 is going to be the 200 EMA. And if we take a measured move of this wedge right here to the widest point of the wedge, and we bring it over to where we broke out, that gives us a target of around, actually it's going to be a little bit higher than I had on here. It's going to be around 102.50, right in that area. If that plays out, this will probably be a good point to long Bitcoin. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin now, and I'll show you what I believe is happening in Bitcoin. But first, I want to show you my wife's webpage, inkyorimage.com. This is a great way to help support the channel. If you guys are interested in crypto stuff, she does a lot of this, t-shirts, mugs, hats, everything. It's quality stuff too, guys, not iron-on junk. She can put anything you want if you have other favorite projects or family pictures, whatever you want on there. So just hit her up in the contact on her page if you have any questions. Now let's look at the macro on the monthly. We have looked like we have double topped here. I do believe it is possible we get up higher and it be a stop hunt from anybody that longed here and that are shorted here and had their stops just above. And it could be a bull trap, so be very careful in this area if we rise up higher. As you can see, price is rising, volume declining. And if we look at the bodies here, lower highs or higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI. Now, this will be invalidated if our monthly RSI closes above this peak here. Then that bearish divergence is gone. But until then, still looking pretty bearish to me. Let's look at the weekly. So in the very bullish case scenario, looking at this symmetrical triangle here, the measured move of that, 27 to 28,000. And then if we look at the yellow falling broadening wedge here, the measured move of the breakout over here is around 16,000. Is that possible? Yes. It does look like we are forming a doji on the weekly, but remember, we can come all the way up to that 14.2 to 14.3 area, and I'll show you that here in the next chart. So stick around and come back down this weekend. So as you guys know, the weekends can be crazy. We'll see what happens. But this is key to what I've been watching here. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, the monthly RSI. As of right now, we are above this trend line. Again, I'm going to say it again. I've said it a million times. We can come all the way up anywhere in the RSI up here. As long as we close below this trend line, close the weekly, which closes on Sunday. If we close below this, that is bearish. And I do believe there's a good chance that we are coming down to this area, which will be a great buying opportunity or long if you are trading Bitcoin. But anyways, let's see how this weekly closes. If we close above that, then my view is going to change. I will adjust and let you guys know what I think. But as of right now, what I think we're seeing here in the weekly RSI is this: an A, B, C, D, E, and usually off the E you get a bounce and come up here. Now, when is that going to be? Well, that's why we have to watch the charts. But if it was to go out like my lines here, it could be possibly the first or second quarter of next year before we see the bottom. I know a lot of moon boys are gonna you know, have a lot of crappy comments in the comment section down below. We're so bullish and we're going to the moon. Well, let's see how this weekly closes. We'll talk next week. Let's look at the daily. So on the daily, we have this rising broadening wedge here that we've been talking about forever on this channel. If we were to come up today or tomorrow, if we were to come up today, we're around 14,230 area to retest the top of this. And tomorrow, each day it would go up about 20 to 40 bucks. If we were to hit it tomorrow, could be 10,000 or 14,250. The day after that, 14,275 would be Saturday. Sunday would be 14,300, 320 area. So keep an eye on this trend line. If we manage to break above this trend line, we can take the measured move. Let me get my stuff back in here. I forgot I removed that. So let me get this back all together. Sorry about that. All right, so if we do break up above this, depending on where, then I would turn bullish up to around the $18,000 area. All depending on, like I said, where it breaks. I will be keeping an eye on this and I will be letting you guys know. But if we do break above this, we could be looking up to this area. Although I highly doubt it. I am more looking for breakdown of here. If we're to get up here, retest this, get rejected, come back down to the 10,500 area. Depending on how fast we come, if we come, you know, come down quick, it could be 10,450 to 10,550, depending. If it's a slow roll down, you know, it could be all the way back over into the end of the year, around 11,000. But as of now, if we were to come straight down around this 10,500, I would expect at least a bounce there and come back down. But a break of this and our measured move is around 6,600. Now we are going to take a look at one more thing. I drew this trend line on here yesterday on the daily RSI. We could, as you can see, we're getting some major hidden bullish divergence here. We're getting lower highs or lower lows in the RSI and then higher lows up here. So we could get this bounce up, retest this area, which would be retesting this top up here. And then we're going to have exaggerated divergence, which is the RSI is straight across. And as you can see, we would be having higher highs. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm expecting. Again, keep an eye on this top trend line. That's going to be the telltale. And let's look at the 4 hour. Get the RSI off there. Okay, so on the 4 hour, if we have topped out here, these numbers on the side are if we do go up to that 14.2, 14.3 level. But as of right now, if we've topped out here, the next line of support is going to be around the 0.236 fib at around 11,485. 0.382 fib is around 10,050. 0.5 fib around 88.80. And this area right here, this red trend line I've been talking about, 77.20, that is a important area that I'm looking at as possibly getting our bounce there, depending on what's going on with the charts and what's going on with that weekly RSI. That's also the golden pocket area. And then we have our measured move of this rising wedge, depending on where we were to break. If we were to break down over here sometime next week or the following week, around 11,500, if we break below that, 6,600 is the target of the measured move of there. Now let's move this up to the possibility of getting to that 14,250 area. Then our lines of support, first line would be the 0.236 at 11,800, and then the 0.382 at 11,002 or 10,250, and then 9,030 would be the 0.5, and then our golden pocket zone, still the same area around the 7,700. Of course, our 6,600, and then a 0.786 retrace would be around the $6,000 zone. If that breaks, remember guys, there is a CME gap on the 8 hour at 3570. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not saying it has to go there, but be aware it's down there. It is definitely a possibility. So be careful, whatever you're doing out there. Thanks a lot for subscribing to the channel for everybody that has, and sharing the video. I really appreciate that. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed yet, click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Smash that thumbs up button. Leave your comments down below to get you entered to win the Ledger Nano S hard wallet. And I appreciate it again for each and every one of you stopping by. You guys rock, and I am out of here.